Tonight on Out and About.
We want to pay homage to Southern roots, but we also want it to be really fresh and not heavy.
So Red Panda Day is an event for everyone, kids to kids at heart.
We always like the artsy, foodie vibe that German Way represents, so we wanted to contribute to that.
It's an amazing opportunity for everyone in the community to support our mission.
Words cannot express the feelings you have, the adrenaline you have when you're done with this.
Go Out and About.
Welcome everybody to Rush Hour Karting. We got a little bit of everything here. Of course, we got the fastest go-karts in the state. In addition to that, we have racing simulators, we have axe throwing, we have a time mission escape type room, a bunch of video games, we have meeting spaces, we have a beautiful restaurant and sports bar with all fresh, made from scratch food, cocktails, serious adult fun. We are the very first track in the entire country that was made entirely in the United States. You really feel the engine roar, you hear the rumble, and that's what the real racing enthusiasts like. Karts that go almost 40 miles an hour, all indoor, multi-level track, the real machines, not the put around type things, and it's an adrenaline rush. The smiles, the trash talking that goes back and forth afterward, this is the ultimate icebreaker here. After you have a round on track, it's 8 minutes long you go, and that 8 minutes, it seems like you're going for hours. 8 to 14 race on their own, 15 and up race in the adult karts, and then we just unveiled a new super fleet. So if you achieve a certain track time in the adult karts, you can ride the super fleet, which are ungoverned, 270cc fast go-karts. Look, not just anybody can ride it. You got to be experienced to ride it. So you have to achieve a track time, and then we'll maybe let you try the super fleet out. All your laps around the track are timed. And on the steering wheel, as you're racing, it will show you how fast you go, how far you are behind the leader, and so forth. Our main forte is company outing, doing team building type activities. Really a good way to bond with your coworkers and your employees and learn about them and just experience them on a whole different level. And it makes you totally refreshed when you go back to work the next day. Get out of the office, do some racing, see who's faster on the track, throw some axes, see who can hit the target better. You know, you have some fun, have some beers, talk about it, and you go back to work, you have a whole different appreciation and respect for your coworkers. We can pick you up so you don't worry about transportation. Then once you get here, we have meeting spaces which hold 100 people plus, so you can have your official meeting, make it really work related. Then after your meeting is over, then we have all the fun, the racing, the axe throwing, the racing sims, the virtual reality. We have all that, and then we have a beautiful restaurant. We make everything from scratch so we can cater your party. And then if you want to throw in some alcohol, we have beer, wine, all the cocktails. We have trophies. And then when you're done, we will bus you back to your business or your hotel or wherever you want to go. So you just call us, we do it all for you. It makes it so simple to have the perfect company outing. So we arrange it all for you. You don't have multiple people to call, and I guarantee you to be the best day your company has ever had. We have two different locations. The one here in Garner, the OG as we like to say. Now our newest facility in RTP is electric go-karts. And what's nice about those is you don't have the fumes, you don't have the noise. The go-karts are actually faster because they have more torque. So we have the gas karts in Garner, the electric karts in RTP. RTP is more of the corporate focus now because we have a meeting room that can hold up to 300 people. We have a golf simulators in there, so we really cater more toward the corporate crowd in RTP. You know, you could have somebody come in that's had the worst day, and you can see just in their face, and then they get off the cart with the biggest grin in the world, and they're trash talking, the excitement and adrenaline rush. It can't be beat. Words cannot express, the feelings you have, the adrenaline you have when you're done with this.
To me, the Lenny's excitement is a feeling, a vibe. When this opportunity came to be in Durham, we always wanted to be here. We always like the artsy, foodie vibe that German Way represents, so we wanted to contribute to that. The Lenny represents the best in life, in my opinion. The things that you never get bored of, things that represent that are going to be classically great today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
We want to offer in Durham like a little bit of the grocery, like a little bit of the steakhouse, a little of the Asian cuisine, like a little bit of sometimes Latino cuisine. If you really know what you're doing, you're gonna take that point that when you're cooking a pork chop, it's nice and juicy, soft and tender, and people are gonna enjoy it. We offer a little bit of the Asian cuisine, like a nice Korean chicken burger. octopus. We use some like romesco sauce, sweet and spicy romesco sauce. We play with the flavors and like little spicy, little sweet. And we added some nice roasted potatoes. We sauteed it with like very delicious fish stock. And we reduce it until they get nice and soft and tender potatoes. Like it's a nice combination.
Our beverage here are inspired by the seasons, inspired by location, inspired by the music streamline, the storytelling that we're trying to provide. Our signature, the Passion 555, inspired by our location, passion fruit tequila martini. We serve it with a edible flower on top. It's kind of like the introduction. It's the first thing you see on the beverage menu. It's a good aperitif if you want to start off with something light, refreshing, something to enjoy on a rooftop. Also recommend our smoky mirror. We kind of dub it our smoked old fashioned. We use duck fat washed bourbon and we infuse it with some demerol, brown sugar, and we smoke it and we serve it in a smoked glass, serve it tableside. The aromatics together with experience, it's delicious. The Spirit in the Sky, that is our mezcal cocktail. It's absolutely delicious. People enjoy the little tableside presentations we do with our cocktails. That's another martini. People love enjoying all types of martinis on our menu and definitely recommend that one.
We're so inspired by the beautiful, majestic view that we have here in Durham. I mean, as you look at on one side, you see the greenery, and then we see the beautiful ballpark, and then of course the growing skyline. Then we felt like, how can we compete with such a beautiful view? When they come in here, I want people to feel energized with patterns and shapes and materials to give it that sense of movement, have fun with the atmosphere, keep it alive, keep it active, and yet when you go outside, you have this beautiful view, and that's just a wonderful complement of each other. We are very honored to be part of this Durham community. We are excited to be here. We want to offer you our most cordial invitation to come by and visit us at the Lenny. If you want more information, please go to thelenny555.com, social media, #Lenny555.
I wanted to create community, something really unique and different within the North Hills area. Somewhere for people to gather where it has a really positive, upbeat vibe.
Hops for Hope is an amazing celebration of community support for the mission of Children's Flight of Hope. It pairs together brewery teams with corporate partners to fundraise for us and to share the impact of our mission with the community. Hops for Hope benefits Children's Flight of Hope, which is an organization headquartered here in the Raleigh market that flies children to specialized care for care they can't get close to home. The children we serve face rare and complex diagnoses and often have to travel many times over many years, and we provide that travel for them free of charge. When a family faces a critical diagnosis for their child, their world is turned upside down. They're faced with great medical burdens, financial burdens, emotional burdens. And we step in to take one of those burdens away from them, and that is the cost of travel, which can be required many times over many years. We want them to be able to focus on the health of their child without having to think about the financial impact of getting to that life-changing, life-saving care.
Fading Goat Brewing Company is a North Carolina nano brewery that we started about 10 years ago here in this location in Fuquay Arena. Really good craft beer. We really have the full gamut of what there is available. Hops for Hope is an important event for us because it's one of the many ways that we can give back to the community at large. It pairs us up with some great local companies, and it's just a fun event.
We were looking for a partner that would help work with us, and we could craft a beer that we think could be a winner. Fading Goat was an excellent partner that we strategized on what we think the crowd would like, what our personal tastes were, and we really put together, we think, a winner for this year.
This year's beer is it's called Weather Alert Day. It's a hurricane cocktail inspired blonde ale. So we brew a blonde ale that has notes of tropical fruit, and then we'll add fruit purees, orange, pineapple, guava, passion fruit, key lime, and cherry to the beer to get that hurricane cocktail flavor to it.
Everyone that knows the community, everyone that's been in North Carolina understands what a weather alert day is. So the ring to it and how it ties us to what happens in this community is interesting. And again, we made a really crafty, interesting beer that goes along with that. Hops for Hope has been for us a good way to be directly involved in the community. It's really given some meaning to why we want to get out there and contribute.
We're very excited about this 10th anniversary celebration. And over the years, Hops for Hope has raised nearly $3 million in support of our mission, which has funded hundreds and hundreds of round-trip flights for families. It's an amazing opportunity for everyone in the community to support our mission.
Please come out first to Hops for Hope and be part of this event, but certainly come by our booth, Brightly Software, and try the Fainting Goat Weather Alert Day beer. It is the best.
If you'd like to learn more about supporting our mission and having fun at Hops for Hope, visit the website hopsforhope.org, or you can check us out on social media. We would love for you to buy a ticket and come join us on September 13th. We'll be at North Hills Midtown Park. The event goes from 2 to 6. It's family friendly, it's pet friendly, there's live music, and there's a lot of great beer.
Welcome everyone to Good Graces. We're a new market bar and eatery located in the North Hills Innovation District. Good Graces is always a phrase that I've had in the back of my mind. I want to create community, something really unique and different within the North Hills area. Somewhere for people to gather where it has a really positive, upbeat vibe, and that name kind of embodies that, where if you're in someone's good graces, they think a lot of you, they want to be around you, and that's where it came from. We're open every day. Throughout the day, we have breakfast, lunch, and then light bites, cocktails, wine, and beer. And we also have a market section full of local goods, as well as market items that we make in-house, like pimento cheese, chicken salad, granola, that type of thing. Building the market, we really tried to keep it as local as possible. So if you look at our shelves, we have a ton of Raleigh brands. We have a ton of Greater North Carolina and South Carolina brands as well. We tried to look for things that were unique that you couldn't really find in the grocery store, and to be able to give them a platform and shelf space to showcase their products has been really cool. The menu, we tried to keep it seasonal, really looking at what was fresh in North Carolina at the time. We also wanted to keep it a bit on the healthier side. You know, we want to kind of pay homage to Southern roots, but we also want it to be really fresh and not heavy.
In the mornings, we have an egg sandwich, which you can add like bacon, sausage, or chicken sausage, and it has our house pimento cheese on it. So it's a big and good sandwich. We do house-made jams on our granola and yogurt, baked goods also. We have cinnamon rolls every morning, buttermilk biscuits, cookies, brownies.
Our chicken salad sandwich has been the best seller actually so far, and we actually sell our chicken salad in the market too. The pimento cheese is another thing that we'll always keep in the market fridge that we know just people in North Carolina love, and we concentrated really hard on making that recipe a great one. We have breakfast, lunch, and then we have light bites at night from 4 to 8. We have a shrimp tartine on that. We have crab cakes, a really beautiful charcuterie board.
Putting a menu together is always fun because you get to express yourself through food, trying to keep everything seasonal, trying to reach out to a bunch of farms so we can start implementing local ingredients onto our menus.
This is something that I thought was missing in North Hills, where it felt elevated, it felt really well designed and special, but it felt casual enough where I could bring my 2 kids and feel really comfortable at the same time. So we designed the space around that, where we have a great bar in the middle if you are coming in with girlfriends for cocktails. We have a great outdoor patio if you're bringing your kids and they want to play around while you have a simple salad or a sandwich for lunch. So we have a little something for everyone. Our website is goodgracesraleigh.com, where we have our menus, our hours, more information about parking. And our Instagram is @GoodGracesRaleigh, where we'll have menu updates, schedule updates, and showcasing what's going on at Good Graces.
Welcome to the Greensboro Science Center. We are super excited to have guests out again this year for another Red Panda Day. It will be September 20th from 9 until 1 in our lower zoo. Part of it will be right here around our Red Panda exhibit. This is just an exciting event every year for guests to come out and learn about red panda conservation, how they can help, and what the Science Center is actually doing to help with that process as well. Red pandas are probably one of our more charismatic species that we have here at the Science Center because they are just so cute. They are roughly the size of a house cat, but they are so fuzzy. Everything about them, from their big ears to their beautiful coloring, just invites people in to be excited about them. So it's just a natural thing to want to talk about them, and why not talk about conservation with them at the same time? So red pandas are endangered in their native habitat. There are potentially less than 10,000 total in the entirety of their range. The hard part is that we don't actually know for sure how many are left because they are so elusive. So part of the joy of having red pandas here at the Science Center is that they get to serve as those ambassadors to their species in the wild. So we have a really great conservation department here run by our VP of Conservation and Research. Part of the conservation efforts that we do is we actually send funds to groups that are doing on-the-ground conservation work. So while we can't necessarily go to Nepal to do conservation efforts, we do send money to help support those organizations, and that's just one of so many efforts that we're participating in. Additionally, we actually offer our staff an internal grant to do conservation work, and we have sent staff to Nepal to work with Red Panda Network to actually do that work on the ground and learn about the efforts that they do every day to help this endangered species. So Red Panda Day is an event for everyone, kids to kids at heart. Because they are such a charismatic species, everyone can relate to them. So we're gonna have activities for kids, we'll have coloring pages, chalk station, but we'll also have some things for adults. So we'll have scavenger hunts that you can participate in. And then additionally, we always have some really fun takeaways. We sell Red Panda paintings actually created by our Red Pandas here at the Science Center, as well as a little fun extras. We've got enamel pins that are different from last year, so we can create a collector series, and all of that money goes to conservation efforts for red pandas. So there's a little something for everyone at the event. We would love for everyone to come and join us again this year for Red Panda Day. It is September 20th from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. out here in our zoo. You can find out more information on our website at greensboroscience.org, as well as on our Facebook page. And while you're here, we absolutely would love for you to check out our aquarium, the museum, and the rest of our zoo.
If you want to begin an outdoor living project or have your own outdoor oasis, Cambridge Pavers is here to make that easy for you. The first thing a homeowner needs to do is ask themselves, how do I envision using this space? So maybe that means a pool, maybe that means a fire pit, maybe that means an outdoor kitchen. Sometimes that may just mean a simple walkway or a little patio. It really is up to the homeowner. They just need to decide for themselves how they want to use that space in their backyard. Then what you should do is reach out to a contractor who can then help you find inspiration for your backyard. A lot of them have social media nowadays where you can go online, look at their social medias, look at their previous work that they've done, and figure out what exactly you want your backyard to look like.
10, 15, 20% of people have an idea. 80% do not have an idea. That's when we bring in our designer, Zach. He does a lot of the 3D designs so people can actually sit down, open the computer up, they can visually walk through their backyard and see exactly where their money's going to be spent, how it's going to be spent, what they're looking for in a project, outdoor living, kitchen areas, fire pit areas, fireplace areas, TVs. So, you really got to listen to the homeowner pretty much about what their wants are and what their needs are, and then we're going to spawn off of that and create a nice design for them.
To start out with, we really didn't have a vision. We were literally looking at just enhancing the backyard and the space that we already had. The excitement kind of started to build once you start to see the design. We added the pool, we added the paver patio all around the pool, the outdoor kitchen area, fire pit area. Working in this area and knowing how concrete reacts to the soils that it sits on top of, pavers was just a much better idea to begin with. And then going to the stone yard and looking at the color schemes that Cambridge offered, we were just really happy with the color schemes and the design of the pavers, and kind of sold at first sight.
If cost is a barrier, there are ways that you can make it more affordable. You can work with a contractor to develop a plan to do a project over phases, where you can pick exactly what you want at the very beginning and then add on to that in a phase 2 and a phase 3 and maybe even a phase 4 down the line. ArmorTech is our patented manufacturing process. It enables our pavers and walls to maintain smoothness and their rich color over time. A lot of homeowners complain that their pavers are fading, or maybe they're showing aggregate where they don't look the same as they did in the beginning. ArmorTech is our manufacturing process that prevents that from happening. So it enables homeowners to come back in a phase 2 and phase 3, and their patio will still look the same as it did before.
Couldn't believe this was our backyard. From what it was before and after pictures, I mean, our kids love it, we love it. Definitely spend a lot more time at home in the backyard, that's for sure.
People can go online to our Designscape visualizer to find a design that they want for their backyard. They can also use our website and social media to find inspiration in what they want their outdoor living space to look like. To find a reputable contractor that installs Cambridge pavers, you can go on Cambridge Pavers website and input your information, and we will have 2 to 3 contractors reach out to you within 72 hours, and you'll be able to go ahead and get started on your project.
Celebrate 50 years of creativity at Durham's signature art festival, Centerfest, featuring fine art, music, street performers, a creative kids zone, cozy downtown shops, tasty eats, and more. Celebrate Centerfest, September 20th and September 21st.
Benson Mule Days celebrates the farmers, community, and most importantly, the mighty mule. September 26th through the 29th. Get ready for a wild ride filled with rodeos, mouth-watering vendors, and toe-tapping country shows. Don't miss the parade on Saturday featuring local bands, classic cars, and hundreds of mules, buggies, and floats.
Join WRAL at the Bull City Race Fest. Choose from a half marathon or a 5K race and enjoy stunning views of Durham's downtown parks and historic sites. The Bull City Race Fest, Sunday, October 19th.